Hey guys, welcome back to another how to win video. Today I'm going to be taking Brock into Solo Showdown Barren Badlands. Now I have done a video on this map before. I don't quite remember which one it was, but this time, since Barren Badlands is actually a very wide open map, I want to take Brock and show you guys how to hit your shots with sniper type brawlers. You can choose Piper if you want to. I'm going to pick Brock as he is a little bit trickier since his shots are a bit slower, just so you guys get an idea of how it is to hit your shots with Brock, and you can probably apply that to Piper as well. So without further ado, let's jump into the first game. Okay, so we're spawning on the left hand side of the map. We've got two boxes over to our right and one below us. I'm going to go for the one below us as it's probably safer since it's not close to the middle. So one thing I want to just make sure you guys are aware of is when you are using sniper type brawlers, you want to try and keep your distance. Now that does sound very obvious, but trying to stay at your maximum range at all times or as much as you can is going to be super useful, just because your range is so long, generally probably the longest range in the game depending on which brawler you're playing. Then you're going to be able to have such a competitive edge over your opponents if you just stay at that maximum distance. So right here, I'm going to try and back away a little bit more just to keep that Colt at my maximum distance rather than going behind the wall and trying to peek him. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for this box here. There's a Leon right here, so I'm going to be very careful about this. I'm going to wait for my shots to reload. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the middle, take the box with me just because I can, since I weakened it so much. It won't be too much of an issue. And I'm going to try and reposition myself a little bit just so I can pick a better fight with someone. So there is a spike here. We're hitting him twice. It's going to be very weak. I'm actually just going to throw my super. I kind of predicted he was going to move into the corner there, which is a really good prediction. That does come with game sense. Another thing you want to try and practice when you're hitting shots with snipers is trying to predict where your enemy's going to go. So you're going to think, okay, so say like the storm right here is in the corner. And if they were placed in the corner like that spike was, we know that he can't head behind because he'd run into the storm. So we know that he was going to move in one of these, sort of in this area. So what I did was I just threw a shot and saw how he reacted to it. And I knew he dodged to the left. So I think, oh, now he's going to try and dodge to the right. So if I chuck a rocket to the right-hand side again, then I know that he would have been taken out. So there's a pipe here. I'm just going to throw my super just so he doesn't go for the power cube, and I'm going to take it myself. I'm just going to back away and just get into this better position. The spike did waste his super there. I'm not too sure what they were trying to do. Wasn't a very good decision. I'm going to try and just peek shot this Piper. Another thing you can actually keep in mind is you can actually wall peek with sniper type brawlers. It's a little bit harder with Piper because her shots are quicker, so you need to time it better. But you can do it a lot easier with Brock. So I'm just going to try and grab those packages, maybe throw out my super. It was a little bit in a bad spot there, throwing it a little bit too low, which is okay. It's all part of the learning experience, just getting better at it overall. I did kind of lag behind there, trying to go around this wall. Not very good there. We try and burst her down. She's going to use her super. She's going to take us out. Really unfortunate that we got trapped behind the storm there. We took a little bit more damage than she did. She hit more of her shots than we did, which is a little bit of a normal situation since Piper versus Brock. Piper's bullets are easier to hit, while Brock's are a lot slower and easier to dodge. But that was a pretty good game there. I thoroughly explained how to hit your shots, but I'm going to go into a little bit more depth in the next game and see if I can find some better examples. So without further ado, let's hop into the next game. Okay, we are spawning on the top of the map this time. Not the ideal spawn for a sniper type brawler, but we will make it work. So I'm going to go for this box right over here, keeping in mind that there's a crow to my left. So if we do need to deal with him, I know what to do. So I'm going to just quickly grab the box. I'm going to try and take cover behind this wall to try and get a better position on this crow. So we're not on the best position right now, simply because the top of the map isn't ideal for snipers, just because it's harder to shoot from top down, and you also can't really see your opponent. Like right there, that crow, we can't see him, but he can probably see us or see us earlier than we get to see him. So that's also a struggle when you are playing sniper type brawlers. So if you can, try to position yourself when you're shooting from bottom up and not from up bottom. So I'm just going to head over to the left over here, try and chip at this crow a little bit more. He's going to get taken out by that Shelly. Very unlucky that he didn't check the bushes properly and that Shelly was able to take him out. I'm just going to keep my distance on him. I'm going to try and hug this wall here just in case she tries to peek me over that bush. We did manage to hit her once. She's going to back away. Good idea on her part. And now we've just really well positioned ourselves down the bottom of the map. And now we're looking pretty good for our positioning. So I'm just going to try and go for some players just to get some more examples of hitting our shots. So right here, this Tara. I'm going to try and wall peek her just a little bit and try to slip the shots through. She's going to back away. She's going to try and take out the Shelly. Interesting. So I'm just going to go for this Tara here. Trying to get some shots off maybe. There's actually a lot of people here, so I'm just going to make sure I stay at my maximum range and not go for too many kills. I'm going to throw my super just because that Piper went for the power cube. Really unlucky that none of those rockets hit, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, this Shelly is pushing up on us. I'm just going to back away, go to the bottom left of the map, and make sure she fights someone else and not us. And once again, I can abuse this really long range as much as I want to on this Shelly, and she can't hit us in return. Now I'm just going to wait for my shots to reload. I have used all 3 of them. It's always good to keep as much ammo as you can with a long-range brawler. Something else you should really keep in mind is making sure you have a lot of ammo, especially with Brock. Because Brock, if someone gets too close, you can just burst them down, but you can only do that if you have the ammo for it. Now we're in a bit of a tricky situation here. There's lots of shotgunners, and I'm pretty sure some of them are teaming, like that Shelly over there and that Primo. Very lucky that one of them tried to backstab, just gave us an opportunity here to do something. I'm just going to wait for my shots once again, just in case this Daryl goes for us. And we're just going to try and chip this Shelly. I'm going to throw my super out just to try and force her to move differently. She's going to take us out. We're in a pretty unfortunate situation with 2 shotgunners in the last circle. There's not much you can do since they do have the shorter range. The shorter circle makes sure that they're in your range, and we weren't able to use our longer range against them. So yeah, it was a pretty solid game, and we'll see what we can do in the next one. Okay, we are spawning on the left-hand side of the map this time. We've got 2 boxes above and below us. I'm going to go for the ones above us, as we do have better vision on whoever's here. So we do know there's a Tara right here. And if we were the ones going down for these boxes, then we probably wouldn't have known who was below us until they shot at us. So she managed to grab those boxes. That's okay. We got 2 shots, or 1 shot on her, and got some super. There is a spike right here. I'm just going to grab the box since he weakened it, and he's already weak, so he couldn't go for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and loop around this wall and try to find the best place where I'm furthest away from him so he can't take us out or get a better advantage on us. I'm just going to keep using my range, trying to back away a little bit. He's doing a really good job of hitting those spikes and cornering us, but I feel as if we do reload and try to heal up a little bit, we will be able to get closer to him, try and hit these auto-aim shots as we are a little bit closer to him. Now, this isn't looking too good for us right now, but we managed to slip one through around the cactus and one more around like that, so we did actually manage to take the kill there. What I did there, a really good representation of sort of better decision making than him. So what we did was, I was in a vulnerable position in that corner, and that spike had the advantage. He could have taken us out, but what happened was he got too cocky, and he thought, oh, he's weak, he's getting owned right now, he's taking so much damage, let me get closer so I can burst him down. But since he did that and he got a little bit too confident, that allowed us to heal up since he was making a lot of mistakes and he wasn't hitting that many shots. And since we do a lot of damage up close and with the burst potential that Brock has, we managed to slip a couple shots over through the cactus and we managed to take him out with no problem. So that was just a really big mistake that the spike made, which did end up saving our life. So that is something you guys can keep in mind. No matter what position you are in, a lot of the time you can actually get out of it and be pretty well. So I want to try and explain a little bit more how I'm hitting my shots, or trying to hit my shots at least. And all I'm doing, at least with this Leon, I'm not really trying to hit him. I'm just trying to shoot in general directions that he might walk into, because his natural instinct is to try and juke, right? So if I just shoot in different areas, he might end up juking into one of my shots, and that just gives me an advantage. So right there, that Mortis actually backstabbed that Leon. Unfortunate for him. I'm actually not going to hurt this 8-bit, or try not to, because this Mortis is a target that I want to go for, and hopefully it encourages the 8-bit to go for him as well. This Tara did end up pulling us and taking us out. That's really unfortunate. I'm going to leave that game in, just because I feel like I explained that spike situation really well. But I'm going to try and explain how I'm hitting my shots in the next game a little bit better. So I'll try and get that example, and let's hop right into it. Okay, we are spawning on the top right corner of the map. This is probably the worst spawn you can get, but it is okay. We'll try and reposition ourselves later on in the game. So one thing I want to try and talk about this game is more so a little bit more in depth about how I'm hitting my shots. I feel like this is a little bit repetitive, but I want to see if I can do that a little bit better. So this poker right here, I saw he was going for the power cube, and what I did was I just took some easy shots at him. Since I knew he was going for it, the box was almost broken, and that allowed me to just get some quick shots. There are 3 people on the map right here, so I'm going to try and get in a better spot because of this Carl, this Poco. Go try and quickly wrap around. Very lucky that we didn't get taken out there. He could have maybe slipped a pickaxe through, but he didn't end up doing that. Now, I'm just going to try and position a little bit better Getting away from this Carl, getting away from this Nita, just trying to find a better spot on the map where I haven't got anyone to deal with, and I can stay from a distance and get some better chips. So a lot of playing long-range brawlers does come a little bit with positioning, a little bit more than other brawlers as per se, just because you want to get in that situation where you're the person that's at the edge of the fight, so you can clean it up really easily and just take advantage that you have such long range. Now, this crow here is getting attacked by a Pam as well, so we're just gonna, right there I thought, oh, he's just gonna run away in a straight line because he can't really do anything else. His best bet was to try and get away, but since I saw his movement was pretty basic and pretty bland, I saw he was moving in fairly straight lines and not trying to switch it up or mix it a little bit. I saw, okay, well, this is his movement pattern. I'm just going to predict he's going to go in that straight line. I managed to hit 2 consecutive shots on him and take him out really quickly. This Colt did hit us a little bit, that is okay. I'm going to just take some cover and heal up. I'm going to wall peek him. Since this corridor sort of area is very narrow, these walls are sort of making it like a straight shot. It's kind of easier to hit some shots on him and wall peek him just slightly to get some shots off. And since his attack is projectile based and our attack is just one single bullet, it's going to give us the advantage since we can hit more shots than he can. Now, since this Pam is right next to us and she has this wall for cover, I'm going to try and use her to help me pinch. We did manage to take him out. What I'm going to do now is try and wrap around these walls perhaps. No, we did get taken out. It was a bit unfortunate. Just a quick summary right there. So that Pam, I didn't go for her. I went for the Colt because I saw she was going for the Colt as well. And I thought, well, if I can eliminate him and secure the 3rd place and get these 6 trophies, then I would have been set off, and that's what I did. I secured the kill on the Colt, used my super and everything. The Pam did go for us, which does make sense because we were already weak and we were right next to her. So, yeah, it was still a fairly good game. That crow was a pretty good demonstration of leading your shots. But one thing I want to say just before I go is when you are hitting your shots with snipers, you want to try and learn your opponent's movement patterns. So like that Jessie in either this game or the previous game, she had a very circular pattern where she was just moving in circles, and that was because there was other brawlers pinching her, and that just forced her to move in weird directions. I understood that that's how she was going to move, so I could easily predict in which way she was going to move next. And the same thing happened with that crow. I noticed that he was really weak and his movement was pretty bland. So since I thought, oh, he might just move in a straight line to the corner of the map, I just lined up my shots really easily, got 2 consecutive shots, and managed to secure the kill. And a lot of this does come with game sense, it does come with practice, and it will take time to learn, especially learning the brawler you're playing. So I would suggest to start out with just Brock, so that since his shots are harder to hit, if you learn how to play Brock well, you learn how to play Piper even better. But that'll be it from me today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel because we do upload how-to wins twice a week on this YouTube channel. And if you did enjoy this video and you feel like someone else might enjoy it or someone else might benefit from it, feel free to share it with them because I would love to help out as many people as I could. And if you have any further questions, I do stream live on my Twitch every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The links are down in the description below. So feel free to pop into my chat, ask some further questions if you have any more concerns, or if you just want to have some fun, feel free to join me in there. But that'll be it from me today, guys, and as always, keep sweating.